Yavapai Broadcasting and the City of Cottonwood proudly present Inside Cottonwood, an inside look at the decisions and issues of the City of Cottonwood. Brought to you by Arizona Smile Designers.
Good day. It's Inside Cottonwood. I'm Mayor Diane Jones, your host, and today we have with us Pam Miller, who's going to talk about the Primetime Fair. So we're going to learn everything we can learn about the Primetime Fair, how we can be a vendor, how we can attend, what the Primetime Fair is for. Hi Pam, how are you today?
I am good.
I want to start the day off, or the conversation off, with a little bit of information about you. I know that you're the publisher for the Verde Independent, so do you want to share a little bit more information about your education, your background? You were just telling me before we started that you've lived in Arizona. I guess, were you born and raised here?
No.
Okay.
No. 1972.
All right.
I am a Michigan transplant.
Okay.
My mother had terrible sinus problems. I think this was a theme for that time in the early 70s.
Right. People moved here in the 50s, 60s, and 70s to get rid of their allergies.
To get rid of allergies and sinus issues. So they packed us up and brought us out here in 1972. My grandmother had already moved out here, so that's how we found the Prescott. We actually were in the Prescott area.
Okay.
We ended up landing in Chino Valley, so I was raised in Chino Valley.
I didn't realize that. So Chino Valley, and then you graduated from?
I graduated from Prescott High School.
Okay.
I actually say I came full circle. I went from Chino Valley to Camp Verde, because I actually live in Camp Verde.
Okay.
And CV to CV.
Right.
And I was bused into Prescott High at that time.
Chino Valley didn't have a high school.
Chino Valley didn't have a high school, so I graduated from Prescott High School. And then I went on to Yavapai College. I spent 2 years at Yavapai College on the Prescott campus.
It's a wonderful story.
Yeah,
yes.
Very local.
Yes,
I stayed I'm very rooted.
Absolutely. And then you went on?
And then I went on to Northern Arizona University and finished my degree in journalism.
Journalism, I would assume that was what your degree would be in.
Yes, with an advertising emphasis, actually. And then shortly after college, about 3 days after college, I was offered a position at the Daily Courier in advertising sales, and started in advertising sales. Was there for 3 years as an advertising sales rep. Moved into advertising manager, advertising director. By the time I left Prescott, I had been there 22 years. Again, very rooted. Stay very close to those things I know.
Very Yavapai County.
Very Yavapai County. And then I was given the opportunity in 2004 to come over to the Verde Valley. And I never dreamed of coming over to the Verde Valley. I knew I wanted to be a publisher of a small newspaper, and Western Newspapers owns my company, and they have several small locations, and I always thought Verde was bigger than my definition of small. But my boss gave me the opportunity to come over here and be the publisher, and I have loved it.
Well, great.
Really
and you moved your
enjoy.
family to Camp Verde, as you said?
Moved my family to Camp Verde. I have twin boys who are almost 16. They'll be 16 in July. And I have a daughter who is 13.
Okay, what a nice family.
And yes, and the great thing about coming to Cottonwood is that I met my husband, Leonard Miller, my second husband, who rounded out our family.
Absolutely. Leonard is just a fantastic person. I just think he's the greatest. He has done so much in the community, and his enthusiasm, you just can't bottle that in. I mean, he's just an enthusiastic person.
He is an enthusiastic human being.
He is. He's a great person to know. I appreciate him. So moving on to the Primetime Fair. Right now, as I understand it, you are all working. I know that you're working. You want to share who you're working with on this project?
Well, the Cottonwood Chamber of Commerce with Lana Tolson and the Cottonwood Chamber of Commerce, and then Elaine Brimner with the Verde Valley Senior Center, and then myself with the Verde Independent. We are the core organizers for the Primetime Fair.
And how many years have we been having a Primetime Fair? When was our first one?
The first Primetime Fair was in 1993.
I can remember in those days it was Tom Green from the Verde Valley Manor, Elaine Brimner from the Senior Center, Dick Larson from the Verde Independent was one of the original organizers of this. So these three groups have kind of always put this project together for the community.
We have.
Okay.
We have.
And right now you're trying to encourage vendors to come to this. So let's talk about the Primetime Fair and what is its purpose? I mean, you're trying to help seniors, as I understand it.
Yes, we want to bring all of the service providers, the services, the activities that are provided to seniors in our community. We want to bring them all to one location. And then the seniors can, in a very short period of time, visit with all of the vendors. Okay, so there's a lot of tables and the different vendors are at each table. And I went last year, and you just go to each table and you can get information that will be helpful for maybe a medical condition. I mean, exercise things. Just what kinds of vendors do you usually draw? Well, one of the great stories that I heard from last year's fair was the Verde Valley Care Coalition. Kent Ellsworth. I was just recently talking with him, and he
Verde
was
caregivers.
Verde caregivers. And Kent was saying that he had actually spoken to, he was going to look for volunteers because it's good for volunteers to, or seniors to volunteer. It gets them out. And they like to do it, and they have so much to contribute to society with their wisdom and their history and their experience, their knowledge. So, and caregivers is a group that relies totally on volunteers. Totally on volunteers. And it's neighbors helping neighbors, and so they take people to medical appointments, they take people shopping, seniors and elders who can't drive anymore. So Ken was able through this event to actually get a volunteer or two. And he was also able to talk to a couple of folks that actually needed his services. He also does those medic alert. Okay, so if an elder would fall down, they have an alert that goes off, or that they can push, and so they can get help right away, rather than lie on the floor for days and nobody finds them or something. Yes. Okay. And that is an example of what we want to achieve by bringing the seniors together with the providers. Okay. It's a good example. So let's kind of separate the providers from the seniors. Let's talk about providers. Right now you're actively trying to get providers and let people know of this opportunity to help seniors. Yes, we are actively looking to get providers. We have 55 vendor tables available. And the cost is $175 for businesses and then $125 for nonprofits. So that's very reasonable, $175 for a business to get their information about their business out to the public, and then $125 for nonprofits like the caregivers or the senior center or someone like that to be able to get their information out to the public. Yes. Okay, so how would a vendor contact you to participate? They can contact the Cottonwood Chamber of Commerce. Okay, and I think we're going to be putting that number up on the screen for people. And they can also go online to the Cottonwood Chamber of Commerce website. And there's a simple registration form there that they can all do that online. So that would be the best way.
So online and as you see on the screen, www.cottonwoodchamberaz, one word, .org. Okay. So just get on the chamber and fill out your application. So you have space for a few more?
We have space for a few more. And what's so great is that we had over 400 seniors attend the show last year.
Wow, 400.
400.
That's a good attendance.
In a very short period of time. We've shortened the fair this year. We are going from 9 a.m. till 1 p.m.
Okay.
We found that the traffic dropped off after the lunch hours.
Okay.
So we are going 9 to 1.
9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And this year you have a change of location. Where will it be held?
It'll be at Travasi Elementary School.
Okay, Travasi School. And to find Travasi School, you go out on Highway 260 from Cottonwood toward Verde Village, and you would turn right on Del Rio. And you would just go straight. And the
just
school
go straight.
is at the end of the road.
Yes, yes. It's a beautiful facility. We're really excited to be out there at the school this year.
And the school was great in supporting this event, as I understand.
Barb Buren was great, was very helpful, and Dave Snyder's been great at the school, and we've taken several tours of the facility, and I keep calling and going, we need to go back out and take a look, and they've been really, really helpful.
Well, that's wonderful. They're really great community partners, aren't they? Barb Uran, Superintendent Uran, is just fantastic. Whatever I need in the community, she's always there for us. So I really appreciate her and her staff also. So we were talking about some of the vendors, and some vendors, or there's actually sponsorships. And you have some sponsors now. Do you need more sponsors?
We do need more sponsors. Our presenting sponsor is Verde Valley Medical Center, another wonderful community partner.
Absolutely.
I can't express.
They're always there, I know.
Yes.
And they participated last year, and so sponsors actually donate funding to help with this.
Yes.
Not only that, but they hold classes, informational classes for the public.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
So Verde Valley Medical Center, again, is our presenting sponsor. They will have a classroom. I'm not sure what the class schedule is this year. In the past, they've gone over things like diabetes, cardiology, hip replacement. They also have their branch of the hospice, Northern Arizona. I believe it's Northern Arizona
I think so also, yes.
Yes. And so they will be on site. And
so anybody, say someone has a family member that maybe is at the end of life with maybe a disease or cancer or something like that, and the family needs help with the care, they can come to the Primetime Fair and learn how that they can get resources to assist them with those kinds of issues.
Yes.
Okay. You know what? It's time for a break already. So we're going to break here for just a minute. I'm Diane Jones, Mayor of Cottonwood. We'll be right back.
Care Bear Childcare has the right childcare for your family because families today have so many needs. They have great hours, 5:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they're open on Saturdays. Care Bears features infant and toddler programs and also have preschool, before and after school care with transportation to most schools, and they even provide all the meals. Care Bear Childcare Center, behind the House of Ruth on North 12th Street, Cottonwood. Call 634-9613. A DES contract provider.
Meet the team at Arizona Smile Designers, offering complete comprehensive, restorative, and aesthetic dentistry. Dr. Vergara and Dr. Lord specialize in dental health, implants, and cosmetic dental procedures. Expert staff and state-of-the-art equipment bring forth the most from your smile. Dr. Ripplinger conveniently comes to Arizona Smile Designers for oral surgery and complicated procedures. Visit Arizona Smile Designers at 350 South Willard in Cottonwood. Insurance and new patients are welcome. Call 634-8610.
Welcome back. I'm Diane Jones, Mayor of Cottonwood, your host, and we're interviewing Pam Miller today, who is, I guess, one of the participants or organizers of the Primetime Fair. And we were just talking about vendors, and we didn't quite finish up with that. Do you want to share a little bit more about the vendors? And
well, what I wanted to say about the vendors is our primary purpose is to bring seniors to the vendors and let the seniors know what is out there available. The vendors also have an opportunity to network among
that's important,
among other providers for that. For the seniors. So it lets them make connections, and maybe a senior goes to one vendor and doesn't have a service, and they can go on, that vendor can then present another option for that individual. And it was very exciting to see last year how the vendors were actually networking together. And
right, like because as you say, one vendor may provide this service and then they can't help the person with anything further, so they networked at the Primetime Fair to find out how they could help their customer get their needs met.
Exactly.
To other people who furnish services.
Yes,
all
exactly.
Right. So the networking was great. I know last year you had music. Are you doing that this year?
We are.
You are doing music.
We will have music.
Okay.
We will have music provided all day. We're hoping there's a gazebo on the grounds, and we will also we are looking for a food vendor.
Okay, you need a food vendor.
Yeah, we need a food vendor, someone that would be interested in. We actually work with the vendor and provide the lunches for all of our vendors. We actually provide free lunches to our vendors.
Okay.
And then any of the participants, the
volunteer
attendees, volunteer workers, we provide them lunches actually. And then any attendees that wanted to stop and listen to the music and have lunch right there can do that. So
any restaurant in Cottonwood or the Verde Valley anywhere could approach you or call you.
Definitely.
And say, I want to be a vendor and serve food at the Primetime Fair.
Yes.
So
yes. And we're
listen
looking for
restaurants, food providers.
And we're looking for just one.
Just one, okay.
So, and there'll be, at least 100 lunches provided because we cover our vendors. So
okay, well there's an opportunity right there for a local business. Great. So let's go back a little bit. Did we cover everything we wanted to talk about with the Verde Valley Medical Center? I know that they've been a major sponsor for the past several years, and they also have different kinds of classes to help the public and seniors understand different health care components about life. And then how else do they participate?
Well, that's basically how they participate is being there on site, and they have so many different aspects. The hip replacement and the diabetes and just all the things that they do. And it's a good opportunity, kind of a non-threatening kind of opportunity for people to ask those questions that they might be fearful to ask, and going into the doctor's office or going into the hospital. So I think it's a very casual atmosphere for those seniors and
to get information
from Verde Valley Medical Center. And we really appreciate Verde Valley Medical Center being our presenting sponsor.
Great. Do you have any other sponsors this year?
We do. Right now we have NACOG.
Wonderful.
Is our gold sponsor.
And that is the Northern Arizona Council of Governments.
Yes, yes. And I haven't really spoken to them too much with what division will be present. They are one of our gold sponsors. We are looking for another gold sponsor, and we are looking for 2 silver sponsors as well.
So what does it take to be, what would a business need to do to become a gold sponsor?
Contact the chamber.
Okay.
And the gold sponsorship is $750.
Okay.
And the silver sponsorship is $500. And what that includes is being included in the promotional items for the fair. Very shortly we will start running advertisements in the newspaper, in the Verde Independent, the Bugle, and of course Kudos, and so they would be included in all of that promotion. We will be putting flyers into the chamber newsletter.
They'd be included in the chamber newsletter.
Coming up in May. We will also have handbills we've created that will be distributed to all. We'll get the senior center to distribute handbills. So the promotion is going to start ramping up here very shortly. We want to get those sponsors
so you're promoting businesses also. You're promoting local businesses, nonprofits, and through this process, you're trying to help them also.
Oh yes.
So that's where they get the benefit of sponsoring the event.
Yes.
As they get extra promotion to tell people about their business.
Exactly.
So hopefully more customers, or
It's a very robust promotional schedule to drive people to the fair, and when those businesses are there, it's a win-win.
Absolutely, win-win for the public, the elders, the seniors, and win-win for the businesses.
And I just want to mention real quickly, one of the categories that we didn't talk about, it's a great win-win for the seniors. It's also great for those who may have parents.
Yes, that's a good point.
Who are getting to an age where they need additional assistance.
Yes, it's great. I saw a lot of probably my age group last year where, you might have parents in their 80s that require assistance or care, and you don't quite know where to go or what to do, and the Primetime Fair is a great avenue to find out questions on how to help your parents.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And that's, that is a challenge for those that have the aging parents. So.
Absolutely. A lot of folks have, children, teenagers that they're raising, and parents they're taking care of. I guess they call it the sandwich generation.
Exactly.
Right. And so the Primetime Fair is a great outlet for them to get information to help their parents.
Yes.
Great, great. So we want to shall we talk a little bit more about seniors and how the Primetime Fair helps them, and why you would encourage them to take time out of their busy Saturday on May 12th and drive out to Tavasi School and go to the fair?
Well, I think that the story that I gave about the Verde Valley Care Coalition isn't a perfect example. There's also the entertainment. It's just to get out.
And there's the goodie bags.
There's the goodie bags.
You go home with, the businesses have lots of little helpful items that they give out for free.
And we have door prizes.
And door prizes too.
And so everyone there is there to help. And I think we're going to have, another vendor is going to be doing some thyroid testing.
Thyroid testing.
Thyroid testing, hearing
testing. Oh, that's excellent. Hearing testing. So you can actually get some little medical tests that would be very helpful to your quality of life, to have your issues taken care of, and you can get information about that, actually have a test. All right.
Yeah. So.
And I think we had some dentists last year, didn't we?
We had dentists. It was very impressive. We had actually a dentist that was able to use a device that went in and actually checked out right there on site, checked out what was going on with your teeth. So yeah, we had dentists and
let's see, the Yavapai Apache Nation Casino, didn't they participate last year?
Yes, the casino participated last year, and they had their wheel there and were able to spin the wheel to get your...
So it's just fun and games, really.
It's just really a nice day out, and May 12th should be a beautiful day.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, and it's just a nice day out.
All right. Well, we need to take another break. We'll just be gone a minute, and we'll be back to wrap up information to help the public concerning Primetime Fair.
Meet the team at Arizona Smile Designers, offering complete, comprehensive, restorative, and aesthetic dentistry. Dr. Vergara and Dr. Lord specialize in dental health, implants, and cosmetic dental procedures. Expert staff and state-of-the-art equipment bring forth the most from your smile. Dr. Ripplinger conveniently comes to Arizona Smile Designers for oral surgery and complicated procedures. Visit Arizona Smile Designers at 350 South Willard in Cottonwood. Insurance and new patients are welcome. Call 634-8610.
Thousands of fires across the United States are caused by careless people. Hi, I'm Fire Marshal Rick Contreras with the Cottonwood Fire Department. The major threat of human-caused fires are from burning debris that get out of control or improperly extinguished or unattended campfires. Remember that fireworks have no place on our wild lands. Become part of the solution. Learn more about proper fire safety by contacting your local fire department.
Welcome back to Inside Cottonwood. I'm Diane Jones, Mayor of Cottonwood, here with Pam Miller, who is working on organizing the Primetime Fair. Let's talk a little bit now about the Senior Commission. The Cottonwood City Council several years ago created a Senior Commission, and we created it to work in the senior community. We have, I believe it's 7 commissioners on the commission. Right now, Iris Dobler is the president. Elaine Brimner was president last year. And how do they help with this event?
Well, they are right there on site for the show, for the Primetime Fair. They're right there. They they assist in setup. They assist in tear down, clean up. Max was instrumental in creating the signs.
That would be Max Brown.
Max Brown.
He's been on the commission since the inception.
Yes, he's just been really helpful with, he's put the signs together. We actually borrow the signage from the birding festival, and we put up our signs, and he's been very. In every committee meeting, actually, Max has been there to help along with the planning.
He also delivers Meals on Wheels and does a whole bunch to help seniors in the community. So yes, Max and Susan Brown, I believe, both deliver home-delivered meals. Yeah. And I know the other commissioners have all been great. Last year, I think that Councilmember Norman, who is on the commission, Councilmember Linda Norman, helped. Vice Mayor Karen Pfeiffer helped.
With Karen,
and so the Cottonwood City Council also hops in and tries to volunteer and assist with this really important community event.
They are so helpful. They were just wonderful. Karen and Linda both were wonderful to work with, and the Senior Commission. All the members. Just a big thank you to the Senior Commission for their assistance.
Great, and I'm sure they'll be out there in force this year trying to help out, and we do appreciate them. And I think this is kind of one of the big events of the year for the Senior Commission to contribute to also. So, well, to wrap up, we have just a couple more minutes. Is there anything that we've forgotten that you want to share?
I wanted to just make sure it's Northern Arizona Home Care and Hospice that is in the Verde Valley Medical Center, associated in some way. So I just want to make sure.
And I believe they just had a big fundraising event last Saturday, a marathon or something that they had to try to fundraise for their new hospice care center, which they are going to be building at the Old Catholic Church on Willard. So they're just in the process of doing all of that and fundraising for it. They realize that people who need hospice care can't always pay, and so but they're always going to be there for them, and so they're always going to have to do some fundraising for the new hospice center. So we definitely, as a community, want to be supporting them in that effort, and we're happy that they're coming along to the Primetime Fair and contributing so much to that effort also.
Yeah, Verde Valley Medical Center, as our presenting sponsor, is really, it's kind of a cornerstone.
Absolutely. Of the
Primetime Fair.
So let's just go over again. The Primetime Fair is going to be on Saturday, May 12th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Yes.
at Tavasi School And to find the school, you drive to Verde Village and turn on Del Rio.
Right. From Main Street, take a right on 260, and then take a right on Del Rio.
Okay.
And Del Rio will take you right to Travasi.
Okay.
If someone's interested in a booth, they can contact the Chamber of Commerce at 634-7593 or the Chamber website.
All right, and they can. So we're looking for more businesses. We're looking for one food vendor. So we're here today to ask for the public's help to make this the most wonderful event of the Primetime Fair that's ever been held. So we're working toward making it the very best. And I just want to say thank you to you, Elaine and Lana, all for the work that you've done. And I mean, this is volunteer work for you. It's not like you're getting paid to do this. So we appreciate you and all you do for the community. And I just want to say thank you.
Thank you for inviting me here today.
You're welcome. With that, the show is over for today, and we will see you the next time that we hold Inside Cottonwood.